Welcome to 888 Poker's YouTube channel. I'm Chris Eubank Jr. and today we're going to be talking about PKO tournaments.
Hello, and I'm Vivian Saliba. PKO, your specialty.
Yes.
How's that looking? Is it good?
That's
How do
a
you do,
great
Chris?
stance.
Show me.
I'm pretty impressed. Wait, you're southpaw, wow. Okay. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed. Is it wrong?
So yeah, if you're right-handed, you want to be left up first. There you go. You got the jab and the straight right. We love KOs. That's what we do. And that's why we're
I think I
talking
should
about-
stick to poker.
Yeah, well, listen, you can knock people out in poker too, so that's what we're going to talk about, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a lot of fun. So PKO, progressive knockouts. Progressive knockouts are the new fever. It's taking over. Everybody loves them. Every time you eliminate a player, you keep half of their bounty. The other half goes over your head. It's very complex. You're incentivized to bust other players. The dynamics are crazy. So how to navigate PKO tournaments, how to play them. Let's go a little bit over it.
So how does PKO tournaments differ to regular tournaments? You know, is it more aggressive? Do you have to, switch your strategy up? What are the top tips here?
All right, so I would say it is more aggressive. The table dynamics will be a little different. So first of all, if you eliminate someone, you make money. It's auto money. Half of that person's bounty goes to your online account and the other half goes over your head. So
even if you don't cash, you just get
even
the
if you don't cash, at least you keep half. And as the tournament progresses, the bounties get bigger. So every time you eliminate someone, normally, if they already eliminated players before, you make sometimes a lot of money, sometimes even more than final table pays. So you have a lot to consider, and the dynamics will be very aggressive and different because of this. First thing I would say, be very aware of stack sizes. You only make this bounty if you eliminate your opponent. So because of the bounties, you will need less equity to call all-ins. But if you don't cover your opponents, that's not true because you only need this less equity when you are covering your opponents. So if you're a short stack, you're gonna have to play a little bit more like a regular tournament. But if you have a lot of chips, you will need less equity to call your opponents all-ins.
And you want to target guys with big bounties on their heads, obviously. So
that's the goal.
you want to get into big pots with them, even with hands you may not usually play at certain points in the tournament. If they have a big bounty, then it's worth getting into those pots with them, right?
Yes. Also, if someone else busts this player with a big bounty, yes, half of that bounty goes to this other player's bounty, but half of it is out of the tournament because someone already collected it.
Right.
So you want to be collecting as much bounties and eliminating as many players as you can. I see a lot of players compromising huge chunks of their stacks versus players that don't necessarily have a big bounty. Especially in late stage, that's a big mistake. In the early stage, yes, bounties have a bigger value, or if someone has a huge bounty, yes, you can risk a little bit more, but sometimes players will have the minimal bounty and you're at the final table. And then you should be focusing more on the pay jumps instead of the bounty. So you always must to find this balance between prizes and bounties, how much you're risking, but as a general rule, you will need less equity and you must cover your opponent's stacks.
You don't want to get into a big pot with somebody and then you don't even knock them out. Beating them in the pot is not enough. You've got to take them out of the tournament.
Agreed. If you have a good hand, okay, it's still great because you're going to win more chips and probably you're going to be covering more opponents after the hand. So you keep playing normal, but this extra equity is to the cases you cover your opponents.
So you tell me some top tips on how to knock out my opponents.
All right, so of course, play aggressive. If you cover then, you will need less equity. Try to win the bounties. Find the balance when you're playing a final table. Pay attention to the pay jumps. Not every single time busting a player is worth when you're risking too much of your stack, unless they have a huge bounty or a very decent bounty. And be aware of your opponent's stacks.
Okay, that's how you knock an opponent out in a tournament. And yeah, I'm going to be implementing those rules in the next one that I play, which I'm sure will be very soon.
Awesome, they are very fun and you're the guy.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to check out all the other tutorial videos and don't forget to like and subscribe.